Morning, everyone. Just going to wait till 1:30 to start. How's it, Gail? Hope you didn't have any problems with the internet. I think last time you were on, you had some problems with the internet. Hope it works out okay. Can you hear me, guys? I've just been quiet waiting for 1:30. That's why. You're probably thinking, Martin, Roger being quiet, must be something wrong with the sound system.
No, I can definitely hear you from my side.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I can be quiet sometimes. A bloody cold up here as well, I'll tell you. Great stuff, yeah. I think, yeah. I'm told I'm that loud. You don't need to have you can probably hear me even in Carltonville. Morning, Dirk. Morning, morning, morning. And you ladies come on. Fusani. Great. Just watched that, spoke earlier on, and she's come to join us. Great stuff. Yeah, it's 1:30. We start there. Just want to go any further because Fusani's new here. If you want, you can unmute and chit chat, or you can, like the other guys, have your chat line up and running, and you can post queries. Some guys in here are fairly experienced, some guys are intermediate, some guys are new, etc. So if I go too quick or you're not sure, don't say, well, I don't know what the hell he's on about, and walk away. Just say, hang on a minute, what was that again? And if I can't explain it properly, or can't explain it well enough, or my English is too quick, or my accent's too bloody difficult, I don't know, whatever, there's other guys, they'll help you out. We're a family. It's where we interact. It's like a forum rather than a class, where we go through stuff. Always keep a paper and a pen handy. There might be a question you might forget. Oh, there it is. And you've got to put it down and ask it, or take a note or whatever. And it's not a class where you do a couple and now you know how it's done. It's an ongoing thing. Just remember, they're all recorded. So if you can't make a session for work reasons or whatever, you just go to the portal and on the go to the bottom of the menu in the portal, see social media, and they're all recorded there on YouTube. So join in. If you're not sure about, say so, and we can take it from there. Okay, before we go into past traits we've got out, we'll start off with the ones today. We'll start off with the one we got here, the Euro CHF. I just want to say again, guys, I think most of you know that anyway, but if the trading, let's put it up here, it might put a bit easier. If the trade idea comes up and it says you can sell short 97.87, and clearly it's 10 pips above that, you don't want to be putting a sell stop in. You want to go in at market because you're getting a 10 pip better price. So instead of being what's the risk to some of this? Hang on. So instead of being 100, whatever it is, 130 odd rand a micro, it eventually loads. Yeah, instead of being 130 rand a micro, it's probably only going to be maybe 115. You'll have to look at the calculator anyway. So you're getting a better risk and you're getting a better reward ratio. Do you get my point? So don't say, should I put a sell stop in? No, if you like it, only if you don't like it, leave it. But if you like the trade and you're getting a better price, what a pleasure. Remember, the market doesn't wait for us. It moves all the time. And you can't pick bottoms or tops. So that's why I have a stop out of the way. And the stop is up here somewhere. Just checking now. Yeah, the stop is above these guys out the way up here. And so, yeah, I got into the signal, whatever. Sometimes I miss them and some does me a favor and I get a better price. Sometimes I miss it completely and I'm not going to chase it. You know, get the idea. Don't chase it. I mean, if it was said get in now and it was, let's say, 15, 20 pips below that and you're short, you missed it. You've got to use a bit of common sense there. But it's a better price at the moment. So if you like the trade, go for it. Okay. I clearly do, but it's my idea, so I have to. So there you are. So that's the Euro CHF. If you're in, stick with it. It stops out the way. You know, we're going to the previous trade. You get a lot of jip to go. You stare at all day. Oh, you're seeing the red of worrying. It's always going to go up and down. The noise, and often they do pan out. A few of them have done. So just let it run. And if you like it, join it. All the figures are there for you. Okay. Brent was actually a pending one. Trying to get in a better price. If you want to get it 72.20 as the signal has said, you can put a buy limit this time, a buy limit, because we're trying to get a better price. Is that going to happen? You might not think it is. That's why you decide. Look, it came down this far to 36 and it's popped up again. So is it going to get there? It might not. You say, oh, well, it might not get there. I've studied. I might go in at market, or I might go in a half at market and the other half in a buy limit. You play around with it, and that's what you start to have to learn. Is it's not a parrot fashion thing. It's where you got it. Yeah. Sorry, it's not a parrot fashion thing. You got to think a little bit. You know, if it's that mindlessly parrot fashion, follow a signal, it'll be non-employable. It'll be as easy as that. In fact, you wouldn't get me because I'd be too busy keeping them to myself in the Bahamas on my luxury $100 million yacht. You get the idea. Anyway, so the bottom line is you've got to do a little bit of common sense, a bit of thinking in your feet, look at the signal, decide on it, and then there's many ways to play around. That takes a bit of experience, a bit of confidence. We've come to that experience. Easy for me to say, I've been doing it for a while, but you'll get the hang of it. But don't think it's where you pop in for one lesson and away you go. You're a top trader. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't quite, it's like anything else in the planet. You've got to put a bit of effort in. Okay, so Brent, if you like it, go in half now or the lot now. It's up to you, but it's a pending order. The other one was gold. It's come off a little bit. Again, it's a slightly better price last I looked. Yeah, slightly better price of the signal, which was at a little bit about $3 or $4, I don't know, whatever, slightly above that. So if you don't like it, leave it. If you do like it, don't put a buy stop in, go in at market because you're getting a better price. You see why we thought it? It's come down, there's a bit of support here, and it might come down a little further, but the stop is below the round figure. As I mentioned before, if it does get to 1900, you're still in, and I think 1900 is going to hold. You're going to have a massively strong dollar to make that shoot down below that, but we shall see. Yeah, okay, well, it's fine. So that's when the signal came out, and there we are. So it popped around, a little bit of profit earlier on, and down, it'll do that. So those are the ones at the moment. Don't stare at all day. You can if you like. Don't panic. You're going to see noise all the time. Greens and reds. It's going to go blue-red. You're up a little bit. Hey, it's going well. And it comes back. Oh, no. Or it goes down. Oh, God, I want to get out of this. It's going against it. Oh, then suddenly it pops up. Give the trade a chance. Give it a patience. It's not every day is going to be Formula One stuff. Sometimes it's going to be traffic jam days where it's up and down, slow, drifting along. The market is made up of millions and millions of people with different monies, different cultures, different strategies, different variables, different emotions. You get the idea. So it's going to get, we call it the noise, the up and down. Give the trade a chance. You can modify your stock once you're in a nice profit. If you're not sure and you got my number, you can just WhatsApp me. It's in a nice profit. Should I modify? And I can tap it out. Yes, and even give you the figures. But the quicker it is, you can get the hang of it yourself. The better it is. You don't be totally relying on me. You want to, you want to sort of get some idea what you're doing and why. But yeah, so don't get your stock too close. That's the thing. And try not to take your profit. I know you're going to buy, but try not to take your profit too damn early. Give the damn thing a chance. Rather modify than keep taking profits too quickly, too early, and then you find it hits your stop loss and lose 100, and you're making 15, 20 every time you're taking your profit. You're going to start winning 5 trades to break even. When you should be, if you lose one, you make, and you succeed in the other one, you should come out ahead. The idea is maybe you lose 3 out of 5 trades and you only win on 2, you should still make a profit. Not whether I win 4 and I lose 1 and I still don't make any money because you take your profits too quick. Give the trade chance, the patience, and with a bit of practice and confidence, you'll never get totally control of your emotions. That's impossible. Well, I think it is anyway. Maybe some actuaries might be able to do it, but I certainly can't. But you'll get better at controlling it because you want to get these volumes right, not overexposed, not underexposed, and give the trade a chance, modify accordingly. And the trade getting out so far, you should be in a profit. If you're not, you're clearly getting out too quick or you're doing something wrong because the signal is fairly clear on that aspect. Next step, remember, not all of them will get to TP. I can't predict the future. If I could, well, we have a market. Remember, we're going to have buyers and sellers all the time with counter views. So the bottom line, we think it's going to get the target. We might get stopped out in a profit after modifying, etc. So it's no good saying I'm going to buy here and aim up there and it doesn't get there and it comes flying off and you take a loss. Don't do that. It's nice 30, 40 pips or more in profit. Get your stop loss and modify to break even or something like that to take the risk out of it. Sometimes it happens, you stopped out, haven't lost any money, you haven't really made money, but give the damn thing a chance. You're in the market. If you're in that particular one, do I think it's going to go up? I think it's going to go in the way I suggested. Clearly, bias in that direction. That's why I mentioned it. But I don't know. There might be a couple of million people in America who disagree and push it the other way. They got more money than us. You get the idea. So take a view, give it a chance. Keep on about that, but it's so important because you stare at the damn thing all day. That's why you don't see me staring at my trade. I don't go on stare at my trades. I don't do this all the bloody time. I don't. Because I keep them hidden. You get the idea. I'd look at them now and again. I might want to modify with. The best way to go to the loony bin, the crazy house, to stare at it. Or worse, you start taking profits too quick, or you panic. It's going against you, and it doesn't pop up and go in your favor. Maybe I hope to goodness you get this because it seems to be a perennial problem. Right. Okay. Right. We'll go through a couple of trades we got out. I'm in the GBP CHF. I think you guys should be as well. I think we got out of the trade. Yeah, we did. We got out of the trade a couple of days or so ago. Just check my stuff here, all the stuff here. EUR-CHF hit TP. We're in the second time round. Maybe we'll do it at the same time next time. Don't forget your NZD-CHF. We got at 55.48. So we'll come to those in a moment. So we'll go through these trades and see it. 55.48. Give it a chance. When did we get in on that? We got in at the 21st, now a week ago. And it was rolling, going nowhere. Do you remember that? For a week, it drifted around. But look at it now. You're 100, nearly 100 profit. So give the damn thing a chance. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're doing 180 on the highway, you're breaking all the laws in the book, and you're fancy new market Merc or whatever. The next time, you're same market Merc, nothing wrong with your car, but you're stuck in a traffic jam. Please give it a chance. Right, clearly, here's the one. If you're still in it, which I hope you are, I didn't impatient take your money. You're still in it. I'm still in it, clearly. Modify your stop loss to maybe 54.80 or 54. That's too close. Make it 54.90. Then you get a nice profit, whatever happens, and you might get a. So if you get stopped out, it'll be a nice profit. If you don't get stopped out, it's TP, you're in a much nicer profit. That's the idea to be at. Okay. GBP USD sort of gives a bit of a jip, but it sort of seems to be trying its best anyway. That was let's just get this out of the way. Remember this, what price we get on this one? GBP USD, we got in on the 26th, 2 days ago. Still at 27.22. Not exactly shooting the lights out, but it's about even. Let it run. Okay. GBP CHF was a couple of days before that at 14.14, and I went in again. Actually, I think I took profit, went in again, and I'm still in this one. What's GBP CHF? Don't chase it now. If you're in, hold on. You did a nice profit. I've modified my stop. I think I modified it. Check now. Have I modified it? Because I went in again. No, I haven't. It's a bit close for me to modify because I went in again there. I chased it a bit there because I took profit and went in again. So I won't modify mine. It's a bit close. But if you're still in the trade there, 14.14, clearly modified to break even and see if you can keep going. Is it a trade worth pursuing now? I'm not against it. It's a bit of a resistance there, I have to say. Nice you can break through it. Battled yesterday to do that, to be honest, you see. You might bounce a bit, get a better price. So you can get above 1.14, you can short it. If it breaks down, maybe you can short it. But I think just hang 5 for the moment. What's that one? Pietro, just hang 5. If you're in it, I didn't know you're in it, I didn't state that. But if you're in it, hold it. But if you're not in it, the GBP CHF we'll talk about, rather give it a bit of a chance. Okay. Good. Okay. So yeah, give it a chance during it. If not, if it goes above 1.14 again, you can start looking at it. Okay. Let's get this out there because you can't see anything on that one. Okay. What else? Let's go through AUD CHF. A lot of people I think had a couple of problems with that, but it seemed to come to party in the end. Again, as a short, came off quite nicely. What price do we get in on that one? I got to do a bit of research. In fact, it was a couple of days ago. AUD CHF. Where was it now? I think it was a good week or so ago. When did we get this one? Maybe 62.09. That's a long time ago. Yeah, you should still be in it if you had the patience. You got it at 61.33. If you had the patience to stick with it, I'm afraid to say this is a couple of weeks ago. You might have just got free up and just taken it or whatever. But sometimes that's the whole beauty when you have more capital. You can let a few run for a couple of weeks. You still got free margin to look at other trades to go in. You can diversify, etc. It's the trouble when you got small amounts. You're always worried about margin call, free margin. You want to go for the trade and you miss out. So you haven't got enough free margin. Because the last thing you do is you go into a trade with a free margin, any blip in the price, your margin call. These things you have to know. Very important. Quiet moments, we can develop more on that. Just write it down if you're not sure of all that, to bring it up and we're going to quiet a moment so I can explain. Because these things we can get better, we can control and make you a better trader. Don't ask me if that's going to go up to 0.6 or 0.59 the next hour or two. Nobody knows that. Morning, Madoda. Okay, we're just going through past trades. So that's coming right. So you see, we're doing okay. Hey, what else have we got to go through now? A few. Let's just check them out. What we all are now. NZD-USD gave a bit of jip. Hey, some started moaning, bloody hell's that? Give it a chance. Now look at it. Got in at 61.66. There you are. Your patience being fulfilled. It could get a bit of bounce. Just be careful of this one now. The dollar is it's okay. It's not shooting the lights out on the dollar index. We'll copy and paste that in a moment for guys. It's not exactly shooting the lights out, but it's got the round figure and a bit of support there. We might get a profit-taking bounce here. Just be aware of it. If it starts going back up towards the 10 mark, it might be worth taking the profit, to be honest, or at least cutting your position and banking maybe half of it and let the other half run, and certainly modify your stop to about 61.30. Whatever you do, whether you hold on to it, modify your stop. If you're obviously closing, it doesn't matter, but be aware of a jump. Okay, so just be aware of that. It's in a profit. Come to that in a moment. The CAD one, I mean, what else have we got to? So I'll put this up again. It's not real large. GBP, CHF, so we know about that, all the stuff. NZD, that's right, we did that 2 days ago. We didn't do anything yesterday, had to go in the office, but there weren't even that many opportunities anyway, unfortunately. Okay, what else can we look at here? Just to recap, give the new guys a bit of confidence. All right, after saying that, by sheer Murphy's Law, the one looking at didn't do too well. Okay, you're not going to win them all. And as I said, look at the trade doing well, me that pops up next one, I got stopped out. And the tragedy of this one, and maybe my fault, I put the stop a little bit close because it just got round about the stop and then went up. See, 63.32 EURAUD. Where is it now? See, there we are. What a heartbreaker that is. It turned out to be an absolute beaut in the end. It's up 150 pips. That's the problem. Some guys might have done the wrong thing, modified, have done them a favor. Then I'm still in the EURAUD, but if you are, that's a bumper job. Yeah, it turned out to be a brilliant one, but it did pull back just to stop the guys out before it went in the right direction. That's heartbreaking. That's why I'm not always keen for aggressive, tiny stop trades, because it's horrible when you're stopped out and then flies in your direction. AUD, I hope you're all with me so far. Take notes, you're not, so we've got quite a moment to slow it down a bit to explain to the newer guys. AUD NZD, 1.08, call it 0865. Well, that's clearly 20 pips in profit, nearly 30 in profit. I'll be honest, I've modified my stop to break even at this stage. If you want to do it, you can do it, as long as it's not 10 or 15 pips away. You've got to keep at least 25, 30 pips when you modify. And once you go nicely into profit, maybe 20 pips behind till you stopped out or you close it manually. Hope you're all with me so far. AUDC, anything else? Okay, that's more or less covered. So we're all right. Oh yeah, the AUDCAD. That turned out to be quite a nice trade. We did okay on that one. We sold it, and I think it hit the TP. Now you're looking about going in again. I'm not sure at the moment. I'm not sure I want to go against a strong trend. The Aussie is not the strongest currency the world's ever seen at the moment. And the Canadian could weaken a little bit more because the Brent price has fallen off a bit. I think at the moment you should have hit the TP, but I don't see a trade at the moment. I'll leave that alone. Last Thursday. Well, that's a different ball game. You're in it. That's a different ball. What price do you get in? That's fine. Don't want to hold the whole trading room up now. So when I ask these questions, you need to be tapping out furiously. What price did you enter? I cannot give you information unless I know what the facts are. What price did you enter? And I can tell you, I advise you or suggest what you do next. So I need that information, or I can't help you until I get it. And not in 20 minutes time. I need it now. Please be forthcoming with information. Help me to help you. Because a lot of the time I feel I'm dragging blood out of a stone. I'm trying to help them. I can't if you don't give me information. Yeah. Good stuff. 898. Oh, bloody hell. You beauty. I'm going to just use him as an example. I presume it's a male, Badoda, I'm guessing. It's female, I do beg your pardon. I'm not with familiar names. There's a classic example I'm showing you there. Don't take the sodding profits too quick. This guy now is in a 200 pip plus, just over, round about with the spread, 200 pip profit. You see my point? Absolutely sure, brilliant. What? Just let the term Mildred in here. Modify your stop, absolutely hold it. You might get a bounce, but it's such a profit, doesn't matter. And it might go further down. So I'd modify it to 88, 0.88, make it 8810, 8810. So 0.881, there you are. I'll write it down just to make sure, so no cock-ups here, 0.881. Modify your stop to that. Sounds like me singing the shower, that does. Okay, yeah, modify it to that. You had a fantastic profit. You get stopped out, you're smiling big time. It goes further down. Well, you can have a creased face of smile for the rest of your life. You can get wrinkle problems. Brilliant. That put me in a good mood. Well done then, Doda. Brilliant. Okay. Okay. Do you see that, guys? Don't jump. And the guy's out with 20, 30 pips, and that guy's up 200. You get the idea. Not all of them work that way, but give the trade a chance. Okay. Brent's coming off a bit, so maybe we'll hit our buy limit. Hope so. Right. That answers that one. I think I've covered the trades. Oh, CAD JPY. That was, I told you, that was a very aggressive one. That's why I didn't send it out, because clearly it's in a strong upward trend buy area. Sell it short, but I thought, I don't know, I think it's just very overcooked. So I thought it's a highly risky if you can do it. And I know a couple of people did. At 109.30, took profit. In fact, one person, I don't know if she's on the moment, went in, got to about 109 just below, took it, bounced up, took it again, and then took another one. So she did 2 trades fairly quickly and quite a nice position size as well. So put a bit of a smile on the face there. Anyway, bottom line is I wouldn't be chasing it now. It's an indecisive candle yesterday, not really getting moving below that. Canadian has still, in my opinion, going to weaken a bit. The Japanese yen is maintaining its weak stance, but that could change. I still think there's a possibility of some more down movement, but it's so aggressive in a clearly upward trend that I have to point out to the trading guys, you do it, be circumspect with it. It will not be sent out, because I know anybody who's saying, well, I'm doing my trading, and that to me looks like the buyer why he's selling short, and it'll just confuse them. So this is where we're breaking the rules slightly, but sometimes you can be, as long as you're aware you're breaking the rules. You might get there if you're a good driver, if you drive 150, but just be aware you're above the speed limit, if you see what I'm trying to say. Otherwise, not too bad. So right around, the only one we've hit the stop loss was one that turned out to be a fabulous profitable one, just because the damn stop loss is a bit on the close side. Eat it when that happens. So I hope we're all happy with that. So I had quite a bit I had to cover there. I know I speak quickly, and I'm quite excited about covering all that good news. And so, yeah. Now, as I mentioned before, newer people there, I just want to copy and paste a couple of people. Hope to have the new guy frightened off. We'll get quite a moment. Vusani, it's not with that speed, just when we start going through, review the other trades and the new ones. But take note, keep a copy, and don't expect to build Rome in one day. Okay, but the more you attend, the quicker you'll pick it up. Now, this is the dollar index I'm about to post. Please don't have it, I beg of you. Copy, paste it, and keep it on your laptop, handy and minimized to refer to. Very important. I'm going to give you the economic calendar. Vital. Vital. You've got to keep an eye on these are fundamental that move the markets, not the technicals. Often the fundamentals can move the market. You don't want to be stuck in a trade just before major information comes out, the Canadian or the Japanese, and it shifts. You might be lucky, but you might be unlucky. So make a note of that. You all my number, I'll put it down anyway. But as I mentioned before, please, if you've got a properly funded account, not with 200 Rand or on a demo, I can't help you. I can't offer you any value, and quite frankly, I'd be horrible honest, you're wasting the time. It's not worth it. It's like saying I'll drive 500 Ks to pick up a package worth $50. It's just petrol will cost you more. You get my point. It's like asking a lawyer to work for 10 Rand an hour. Not going to do it. Common sense. And if a person can't grasp common sense, the best thing I think is give this up. Because if you think you're going to make money with a couple hundred Rand, $1 trillion market, and you don't even have the right equipment, what you're doing, you're kidding yourself, trust me. Don't even ask me for a fact. Save you 200 Rand. Okay, so yeah, we've covered them all. You've got that. Don't forget as well, don't forget, save your charts. Just go to right click on a blank place, go to templates and save the template. Don't forget, put your name in there, press save. So if you lose your chart, just go there, templates, and then you can go down here. Those are saved templates when you choose, and all back up and running. Don't forget you can modify stop. Don't forget if you want to look at some information in any particular pair, highlight it, right click, left click on specification, the information is there. Contract size, margins, spread, these are in points, not pips, remember. These things you need to know. If you don't know, I can't spend an hour explaining. It's not my job. My job is to explain, assist your trading journey. The classes, that information is got from Stock Market College. Well, the world revolves around the dollars. A lot of talk about getting a yen, a yuan currency, or a BRICS currency and all that. Let's talk for the moment. Still, it's about the dollar. So the dollar moves up, it's bad for gold, and it's bad for, and it's good for the dollar, and it's bad for the indices and shares. If it moves down, it's obviously you're selling the dollar. If it moves down, weak dollar, obviously, but it also be positive for things like gold, and it might be positive slightly on Brent because it's making a cheaper dollar. Most of the countries in the world are not dollar; they're yens or the euros or the rands or the dinars or whatever the currency are, pesos. So if they get a sort of a weaker dollar, it means it costs them less for the fuel. So often then they can buy more fuel. It's good for the Brent. So there's a lot of applications involved in that. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Okay, that's why it's so important. Economic calendar should be self-explanatory, clearly, and it's itemized there 2 and 3 star. Hope that's all clear. Okay, so you need to keep an eye on it and ask questions if you're not sure, and jot them down. It might be 2 o'clock in the afternoon, something, what's that? I'll ask tomorrow morning and you forgot what the question is. Jot it down. If you don't have pen and paper, we'll have it on the cell phone or whatever. But this is how you're going to be successful. Remember, guys, this is a zero-sum game. Every time you lose 10 rand, somebody's won 10 rand. Every time that guy loses, vice versa. It's not just, money's not just being filtered out of nothing at all. It's been transferred to the loser, to the winner. So who do you think's the likely winner? The guy has no idea what they're doing, completely clueless, and can't even be bothered to open page 1 of the book they just bought on how to be the best golfer or trader or whatever is in the world. Doesn't go any classes, and then wonders why they failed the exam and don't make any money. And that's the common attitude. That's going to happen. Thank you very much. You'll be paying your money to the guys who take the trouble. It's as simple as that. I'm not bothering up. The Ashes are on today, England, Australia, cricket. I want to be a member of the Ashes team. I can't, because I'm in South Africa now. But let's say I'm a good cricketer. I've got to pitch up for practice, etc. And then I cry when I'm not picked. Common sense. Okay, so the dollar DXY is the code for the dollar index. It's made up of 6 currencies. The Canadian, the majors, and the Swedish, 6 altogether. The euro is the biggest part of that, weighted. And clearly, if the dollar goes up, it's bad for gold, bad for shares, bad for the indices, and bad for Brent. And but it's good for the dollar. So if you're buying the dollar and selling the yen, or it's great. Other way around, if the dollar's weak, it's weak for the dollar, but it's good for the shares, etc., and for gold and Brent. Hope that's all clear, guys. You always ask again, it doesn't take long until it becomes a muscle memory. Hope we're clear on that. So make a note of those 2. And if you got some money and you haven't got the number, there it is. Remember, you got 2.5 grand or more, $150. I'll upload you, and then you got more money to play with. But it's not just the VIP group's the main thing behind it. It means you now can diversify. Somebody you think was yourself, I won't mention her name, called me up. If she's still there, she left a note. Call me up just a second. Call me up just now. Which is the best trade to take? I don't you're on there at the moment, yeah. And my answer is quite simple. I don't know. I'm not sending one crappy 1 and 2 out. You know what I mean? I think they're all good. Otherwise, I wouldn't send them. But I don't know if it's going to fail and which one isn't, or they might all fail. They might all. I don't know. So you can have to pick one. But let's say that's the bad one, and the other 2 win. You pick the wrong one. Now you've got even less capital. Now even it's tougher. Plus, a lot of the trades you can't go in. If you've got a grand in your account, you can't go into this trade. Because the problem is the risk is 130 rand per micro. That means if you've got a grand, that's 13% of your entire capital you're risking. So you can't take it. Luckily, as the gold and the Brent send out, otherwise, if this was the only one you got for there, you can't take it. A lot of the trades you can't take. And if you get 2 or 3, you can't spread your risk. Diversify. all eggs in one basket, spread your risk. You can't do it. You haven't got the capital. You've got to have knowledge, you've got to have the capital, and you've got to have the right equipment. Right, equipment is your responsibility. Stock market coach for me assisting you, the experience, trading signals. We can do that together, pick up knowledge ongoing, but none of it's any point to it if you don't have the capital. I'm going to go, hey, Peter, I'm going house hunting to you. Remember the old days, and they're probably all online now, they used to do show houses. And I'm sure you know what I mean. Guys go around show houses, they can't afford to buy the house. They're just wasting the estate agent's time. You know, it's £1 million house and they've only got 300 grand. Well, what's the point? You get the point. Most houses, I've got £500,000 capital. I want to buy a house and it's got to be cash. Never mind bonds. You know what I mean? Very little property I can buy because I'm undercapitalized. Got to get the idea of this. I'll bet you have, yeah. Rather rude, they call them time wasters in the game, but that's basically what they are. Yeah, it's painful. It's time wasting. Yeah, their time is valuable, not yours. Attitude. Okay, so there we are. Yeah, I don't know. I'm harsh, but at least I'm straight. I think people prefer it in a way, and then they know where to stand. You know, petty foot and say, "Oh no, you can do all this with nothing at all," and blah blah blah. No, can't. Got to wake up. If you want to be successful, unfortunately, you've got to do the hard yards when you start. Okay, we've covered the trades. Anything else you want to add? That's all the lights going off. Don't worry, I've got a backup, so no problem there. Okay, yeah. Anyway, if you took, did anyone take that CAD JP1 trading room? Don't chase it now. If you did, seem to be doing okay. Hey, let's have a look. This Euro CHF is giving a bit of jet. Let's see if there's anything coming right in this thing. Is that round figure holding? Was it broken above? Ooh, God, it's not looking pretty. It's trying to break above. But there's quite a bit of resistance there. The weekly's got quite a bit there as well. The 4 hours not as pretty as I'd like it, but there's a bit of resistance there as well. So maybe we should be okay. Remember, the stop is up here. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay. All right. Any questions, guys? I've gone on quite a bit. There's quite a bit to cover. Hope you're jotting down firmly some questions, because what the heck was that about? Like Sam did, ask a question. You've got to understand why. It's no good me saying, look at, I don't know, DXY, or look at the specifications. You got the information, it's meaningless to you, it's basically Hungarian to you. Well, then you can ask, as long as it's within the parameters of the trading rod, not the training, because therefore, if I do the training, what the hell's the guy spent money on buying the training for getting it for free? Just bear that in mind. But okay, hope we're all clear on that. I love working with people who say, I really want to do this, I want to come to the party, I want to make the effort. It's guys who will sit there and watch the money pour from heaven. No, I'm not from them. No money, no idea, no knowledge. Can't even do 2 and 2 is 4, but I'm told this money's going to pour into me. I don't want to be harsh, but you're kidding yourself. You're not kidding me, though. Okay. I can't solve the unemployment problem in the world by giving something for nothing. Remember that. Oh, well, yes, another one to look at a couple more, which I mentioned earlier on. Right. I don't deal with demo accounts. A demo account lasts for 1 month. The purpose behind the demo account is twofold. Number one, to understand how to operate the platform, and then maybe try a new strategy or something. But that's why we used to have longer term for demo for that reason. But what happens? People just sit in the demo. I'm wasting our time and calling up wanting advice on the demo. It's money. It teaches you nothing about trading. So I don't really know much about it. But the demo is there. Once you know how to operate the platform, get onto live. You will not, I repeat this, you will not learn how to trade on a demo. That teaches you nothing about trading, because the majority of trading problems is incorrect position sizing and your emotions. If you don't have real money, there's not emotions, so you're not learning the difficulty. It's like saying, I'll pay you $1 million for a 4-foot putt. Then you're going to start shaking. It's not as easy. But if there's no money on it, you make the 4-foot putt easy. How many guys have been on demos that changed over the live? It's a completely different ballgame. So it's very important. And the longer you're on the demo, the tougher it is to get you off it. And then it's just self-kidology, to be honest. I mean that. I don't get any commission out of saying it. Never. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. And the more you're stuck on it, the more fear grills up. I had a lady the other day said she'd been a year and a half with them and I was going live. And she's now a complete unconfident bag of nerves. Well, she would be, because now there's real money on it and the mind is a completely different ballgame on that. That separates the ladies from the girls, the men from the boys or whatever, to get all clearly correct here. And that's where you learn. If you're a bit nervous, your first trade, you can afford 3 micros, go in 1 or 2, just to build a bit of confidence, spread it or whatever. But that you need that emotional understanding. That's where the screw-ups come, is where the emotions play with your head. It won't happen in demos, and that's different. Then you get bored and start getting ridiculously big positions because you don't really care. No, it's learn how to operate the platforms. You press the wrong button on demo, it doesn't matter. Then when you go live, make sure you place the right signal, understand how to operate the platform properly, and then you can start learning how to trade properly. Would you agree on that, Abdul? Good stuff. I'm not saying this because it's making it up and bushy. I'm trying to put an old man's head on young shoulders here. All this crap I've been through myself, the emotions, playing on the demo too long. I used to have a $50,000 demo Forex account years ago, FXCM. I thought it was no end of a guy until the lady friend came up to him and said, "You make a lot of fake money. Let's see some real money coming in now." And you get the idea. So it's just pure done it myself. I mean that. No problem, Wandini. Good to have you. We all have. All of us. I don't care whether you come from the North Pole, the South Pole, or somewhere in between. It's natural human and trying to help them to get out of that and look at themselves honestly and get over it. Oh, great stuff, Mandela. Yeah. Take profit too quickly, going in the wrong volumes, not being consistent, not being disciplined, emotions taking control, quite normal. And unfortunately, those guys usually pay the more disciplined people. Okay, I had a couple to look at today. They wanted me to discuss the trade them. They might send it out if you guys like it, unless we've missed the boat. GBP CAD was a sell. Let's see if we've missed the boat now. What about that one? I want to sell this. Yeah, looks like it's doing okay. It's a bit clearer here. I want to sell this. It seems to be range trading between here and here. So I thought plenty of meat on the bones in that range. I'm looking here as a sell. Okay, I'm going to try the weekly. See, it seems to be holding there on the weekly. And if you look at the 4-hour, it seems to be holding there on the 4-hour. So we get where I'm coming from. The 1-hour seems again, 4 ticks is holding there. So the resistance, you guys here, all the guys know this, nearly all of my stuff here is produced by highs and lows, support, resistance, the roof and the floor. You get the idea. All the others are usually lagging, and that to me is the major one. You can try the trend lines. Fibonacci can help. Keep an eye on the buy and sells on the candle, and make sure you know what's happening on the economic calendar. And I've done all sorts. I've had all of them before, and it means more work and less extra results. It's worked for me. It's worked me for a while. If you follow my signal, it should be working for you. So don't complicate something that doesn't need to be, you know. And I see some downside on that. I know that oil price, remember, I've gone on oil price. Canada is an exporter of oil. That's why I mentioned it, you should know that. Oil price come off a bit, but it's going to maintain very low. That's why if it comes back, we're looking to go up. And the pound, I think, they've got a mess out there. It's a fact. The economy is just being, like America, borrowing too much. All wonderful, popular amongst the voters to get elected, social services and freebie here, freebie there, but it's paid by borrowed money. And so it's come back to roost a bit. And so I think there could be a range trading downside on this one. So if you like it, on this case, too, I'll write it down for the trading room. If 3 or 4 or more like it, I'll post on the trading support website, and then they can put it again, they'll like it, and then send it out to everybody. So I'm going to put the calculator up just to see what we've got to show for it. It's going to be a short. If you haven't got the calculator, get it. How do I get it? Live chat, not on your phone. If you're trading your phone, that's a backup. Get yourself a laptop. You need the equipment, proper equipment, knowledge, and capital. You come fix my car with a glass hammer or plastic screwdriver or whatever, or plastic spanner, I don't know. It's not the right equipment. You gotta have the right equipment for laptops. Go to the live chat, technical support, get it downloaded. You've got to get these volumes right. So click on the short instead of the long. It's quite simple. You go in at market, stop loss, how far? We can put this one clearly a bit above here, a bit further up, a bit close. But I don't like too close to stop. So maybe, yeah, we'll do it because we want to attack that. Actually, we'll leave it there. So put it up there because the reason behind that, I don't want my TP below here. And you do need to have a risk reward. Make it 167 on the dot. Nice round figure. 158. If you want to take it to one slightly lower, you can. But I don't want a wider stop because I'm going to put the TP down here, which might occur, but I'd rather have it there. So there you are. It's $100 to micros. A guy on $1,000 or more can take the trade. Below that, you're overexposed, leave it alone. Okay? Do you guys like it? Bottom line. And if you all say you hate it, I'm going to burst into tears. And that's not a pretty sight, trust me. It didn't matter. Live chat's live chat. It's on the board, it's on Quick Trade, on Stock Market College, doesn't matter. Live chats for tech support, trading support, FICA, Stock Market College, academic support, all that crap's on there. You'll laugh at that bit. Okay, got it. Right. Thanks to some virtual tissues. The only worst thing that saved me crying is when I'm singing. I reckon that's even a worse thing to hear. So I won't even think it. Figure that. Cecil likes on the group as well. Munda likes it. Now, sod Mr. Peanut, the hell with him. He's been banned from the CPI and the non-farm payrolls going forward for disagreeing with me. Okay, so who else likes it? That's that. Or if it's still not good enough, I'll make you go and start trading NGAS. That'll teach you a lesson you'll never forget. And now I'm in tears. Shame. So it's in jokes. Don't worry. Banter makes it fun. I think anyway. Indulge me. Doing it all. I'm thinking I'm being a bit of an idiot. Relax me. Looks good. I'm in. We've got enough. Thank you very much. Right, there we are. Copy it down. I'm going to copy and paste it. Copy and paste it. Yes, I'll do that. Give me a second and I'll put this down. Copies of the signal because it's sent out beyond this price, so I'll use this one. Yeah, there we are. Give me a moment. GBP CAD spell. Where is it? 6820. 6887. Don't worry on the last decimal point. That's the point. We're after pips, guys. It's only relevant if you got a few million around your account. How much is it? 90, call it 95 bucks. Good enough. 95 and 170. If he wants the levels, have it handy. I don't worry to look into this, okay. Dave, if you want to play, you can. Oh, excuse me. Oh. What's it, 100? That's 2.2. Just give me a second. Shut my mouth, I'll forget to do it myself. So 1.6887 and it's 1.67. Okay. Should be in. Second. That's it. No. Okay. Okay. The margin is quite simple. Just go GBP CAD, left click, do that on that. Well, this one's your choice, clearly. Right click, go to specification, and it says the margin is there. So that's depends on you. I mean, that's my account. Check your account, and that's your margin, 0.003%. So obviously my leverage is about 330 odd to 1. Divide that figure to 100, give you a leverage. So if it says 500 100 ones, none of them are exactly 500. You just go your margin, divide 100, and that's your margin. Simple as that. Yeah. I don't know what's in your account, but if you're going to disclose that publicly, I can give you what sort of position size you look at. But I mean, I'm not worried about the margin. You've got to know, if you've got $1,000 or so, you can go in one trade and that's it. Can't go any more. I'm 0.01. You'll have enough margin for that. If you can't go any more, you won't have enough free margin. And I don't care if you've got a 500 to 1 and you do have an extra bit of free margin. If you go in another one, you're overexposed, whatever your leverage is. These sort of aspects you need, very important, you know. You're in, kind sir. Good stuff, Mr. Hopper. Okay, so we've all got that. Right. AUD, CAD, you want to look at? We had one out there the other day, I think it hit TP. I'm not sure we're chasing it now. I know if you're in it, brilliant. You've been doing fantastically. You're still in. We had a trade out the other day and it would be fine. But I wouldn't be joining it now. I wouldn't be buying it or selling it. Leave it for the moment. Yeah, use the calculator. Yeah. SL, no problem. Just do it back up again. Quicker way to do it this way. SL is 1.6887. I'll write it down for you. You bought it. We had a sell on that, so I can't say it's a good idea. It might be bouncing, to speak. It does up and down, but you've got to know why you're buying it. You bought it, NZD/USD. Well, I don't know when you bought. If you bought it down here, you'd be doing well. But if you bought it up here, you certainly wouldn't. We had a short sell signal at 61.48 or 6. I can't remember actually. What was it now? A couple of days ago. Anyway, it's nice in profit. We modified stop losses. You can make money anywhere around. But you shouldn't have been, if you bought it. I don't know how you're making money out of it. You know, well done if you are. Sell, sorry. Okay, you are doing well. Don't forget, you can modify your stop. 61. I'll write it down for. This is the NZD/USD. If you haven't modified it, put it 61.10. There you are. Modify it to that. Then you can make a profit, whatever happens. Okay. Hey, Vasani, hope you're not frightened off. We learned quite a bit. Don't get too bewildered on your first trading room experience. We're doing it every day. It's an ongoing. Okay, some's a bit quieter than others, got quite a bit going on, it'll be a bit quicker, but to keep notes of it, you'll pick it up. And please do not expect to be a piano player on a concert level after half an hour in the trading room. It's not going to happen. You get the idea. Half an hour's lessons. You're not going to fly an aircraft after half an hour, but pick it up and take note, interact. And if you say, oh, it's too much for me, one guy actually did that. He said he's trading. We find a bit confused. He's trading on his own, and he asked me why he's losing money. Didn't quite know how to answer that. You've got to make the effort. Fortunately, it's one of those things. Like any way to make it. You find a way, no effort, money pours in, short of buying a lottery ticket. Fair enough. I don't say marrying someone rich. That ain't good. But they're paying the bills. You jump when they shout. There's always a price to pay. Okay, something else we looked at this morning. I asked to discuss what I was going to do anyway in the trading room with this one here. The NASDAQ on the micro. If you want to trade the NASDAQ and you got less than 5 grand, add it to your watch list, the micro NAS and the Dow NAS. If it doesn't come up and you can't, you're going to have to go to the portal and open up, if you want to trade those two indices, a live account choosing the micro version of NAS and Dow. So you can do it, otherwise you'll be overexposed. Now, there's something else I looked at for a short. I want to put the stop up just above here at 15.1, okay, and take it down to about 15, a bit further actually, somewhere around about there. Anybody want to chase a NAS now, or do you want to see if you can get it at 15 or what, or whatever? But I see a potential move back down on the NAS. Anyone want to take it? Well, if you're in it, fair enough. I got down to 14.7. I thought probably get a bit of a bounce from there. So I'm out. So I got back out of it again. If you want to take it, okay. Remember, this is the micro. If you go on the normal one, you got to multiply the risk per micro. That's the one, 0.01 is a micro. 0.01 be 10 times higher. Don't forget that. So we'll put this just out the way up. These guys here, just out the way, that'll do. And then it was 15.275, the original was, sorry, 14.275, make your pardon. That was the original one, add down. That's too much, so I'll put it up to here. Yeah, you can squeeze a bit tight, that's that'll do, yeah. There you are. Never mind these points, ignore that. Entry, stop loss, 15.114. 14.44 for the last 6. Don't worry about 0.3. Don't worry about that. $40 on the micro. If you go to the normal one, it's 400 rand per 0.01. Then you need about 6-7 grand in your account. So if you got 10, 20, 30, 40, well, don't worry the micro. Obviously, go to the normal one. It's quite simple. Just multiply by 10. So if you're going for the normal one, it's 420 rand a micro. On this one, is that. So if you got, I don't know, if you got a couple $100 in your account, don't go 1.01. Well, you can't be alive, but you're wasting your bloody time. It's like your Lambo and driving at 20 k's an hour. What for? What you mean today, or do you mean generally speaking, Martin? I'm hoping you say generally speaking, and that'll get a nice big fat smile on my face. Anyway. Okay, Dirk, great stuff. See you when you can make it, hopefully tomorrow. No problem, I understand. Anyway, I'll take that as a positive, Martin. Great position. I hope you mean generally speaking, not just this particular one. Perhaps that's what I want. Because, as I say, some guys say, I'm losing these trade signals. I think, well, they look pretty good to me. Where have you gone wrong? Not going to win everyone. That's a fact. But hang on. Otherwise, it seems okay. And then you delve into it. Wrong position size, margin call, not enough money. Try to go into 3 when only for 1, and waiting for TP, not modifying stop loss. In other words, trying to make money in a field of expertise where there is no expertise. I'm wondering why. like a doctor, a surgeon coming to you, instead of a 3-day course, and he wants to operate on you. Don't you be too keen. Okay, I'll see if they like this. If they don't, they don't. Just give me a second. I'm just going to. He's looking into it. It's taking his bloody time. Oh, the ship's not for sale on the previous one. I always say, if there's too many signals for you to cope with, haven't got enough money, well, the easy way to solve that, put some more money in, eh? Yeah, it must be frustrating. You got about a couple of grand in your account, and you're getting 4 or 5, and you can't take them all. And then let's say they come to the party, you can be fed up. You need capital, guys. You need it. Okay, have you all got that? I might not have anything. Just give me a second. 14884 15114 and 14146. Right. What's it now? It's going to be on the micro. It's 400 rand a micro. So I'm just going to go to this one quickly. Micro 400 rand a micro. Where's it? NAS. There's a bloody NAS now. I work on the 2% rule, by the way, guys. You know what I'm doing? Because I've got a capital for that amount. You have to go small amounts, you have to go like 10% or whatever. Just bear that in mind. It's no good getting 2% of a 600,000, 900,000 account. You'll never trade. You just don't have enough. Okay. As you have more funds, you can reduce your percentage. And you might think that's very small for a larger account, but you do okay with it. Don't try and get to Rome from Joburg to Cape Town in 5 seconds. That can happen. Talking here. 115, 114. 446, is that right? Yeah. All right. Okay, guys, I've knocked that off. Now, I just want to confirm everyone knows how to cut a position. I think 1 or 2 new guys don't, so we'll do that quick. Now, as you see, I'm in the NZD CHF. Why is that 0.1? Another one's 0.2 or whatever, depending on the situation, depending on the risk, etc. So I work it accordingly. Right, I'm in for whatever reason. That's the one. A bit big, anyway. That's it. Sometimes I maybe jumped a bit quick. Oh no, I think I might have cut the position. I don't know. Anyway, I'm talking about cutting the position now. Well, first of all, what I've done is I entered there 5535. Look at my stop loss. Okay, so I'm not going to lose in that trade. You get the idea. Now, if I think it's going to start bouncing up, which I don't think so at the moment, I'm going to hold on. But I might think it might have a bit of bounce here. I don't want to close the entire position. I want to close part position. Okay, what I would do then is to go to volume. Okay, I've got 10 micros, remember, 1 mini, 10 micros, 1 mini, 1 standard. I've got 1 mini there, so double click. And then I put in how much I want to close. I want to close a volume of 5 micros, half of it. So I put in the volume and then I click on close. If I do that, that will change 0.05 and that clearly halving amount. I'll change to $800. Are we all good with that? Got a quiet moment now after all the trades, getting trade ideas out. That's the number 1 here, okay? Then we get quiet moments, so we can just make sure everyone knows that. Most of you I know do, but 1 or 2, maybe Vasani, etc., joining, don't know that. So if you don't know that, do you know now? If you're still not sure, I went too quick, Then I'll do it again. I'll do it a third time. Very important. You can close part position, but you have to make the effort to write down or and say, how does that work? If you don't say, I don't know, please show me, I'll assume you know. If you're not crazy enough to type out, I can be crazy enough to trade the markets. I'll do it for 3 times. I don't mind. As long as you understand. These are bullet points. So many people are filling their head with millions of details were fairly irrelevant. These are bullet points. Double click on the volume, not on the stop loss, TP, obviously, then you modify it on the volume. And now you've got 1 micro. Well, you can't. That's the minimum size. You might have 2 or 3 micros. Let's say you've got 4 micros, you want to close 2 or 3 or 1 micro. You just put in the volume there you want to close. 0.01 or whatever it is. Put the volume of the amount you want to close, then click on the close button. In this case, I've got a mini, that's 10 micros. I want to close 5 micros. This one, I'm going to close 6 for argument's sake. Don't know why, but I'm pretend example to show you 6. Click on there, and then that will change to 0.04, and this obviously will reduce. Do it again. You've got to know this. And Sadi, have you got that? Because I'm not sure how much they're doing this in platform training. A lot of guys are coming out from platform training and say, oh, I didn't know you could do that. So now you know. Anybody not know? It's very important. You got it, Mandla. Got it, Latanda. Got it, Vasani. You've got to be courageous to type. You can actually unmute, but a lot of people are a little bit nervous to do that. Bit push now, we muted everyone. If you want to verbalize, some people have got the confidence. If not, well, put it down. If you can't even type it out, you're too scared, you're not going to be able to trade the markets. Steve, some guys know. Anybody not know? And just put no up. I can't wait another half an hour holding everyone up. So anybody not know? I'll give you another minute. If I don't hear anything, then I assume you all do, and then don't complain as if you don't. Don't want me being loud. I am. But I'm a nice guy. I'm just a bit loud. Don't let that panic you. So you all got it. Okay, we'll move on. Right. Any other trades you want to look at? Okay, I'd like to do the micro on the NAS. Okay, we're going to do that. So what are the figures there? Just work it out for them to post levels. Okay. 0.1. Call it 40. 80. Okay. So that theory should be sent out, but not for whatever reason, didn't want to post the other one. Don't know what to do before I get too cute. What's the other one? GBP CAD, wasn't it? Yeah, GBP CAD. We got it for 68.20. I do wonder. Too many faffing around the office. Hope he's not listening here. Too much faffing around the office. It's a ship sailed. Anyway, it's doing okay. So those who took it to the training room have the privilege so far. Right. The lot size has got nothing to do with your beginner or not. It's to do with what you're comfortable to risk and the size of your account. I cannot say a lot size without the slightest clue what's in your account. If you've got $1 million in your account, it's obviously going to be a very different lot size. The guy's got 5,000 or 10,000. So I can help you very simply if you don't mind sharing with me how much you got balance in your account. Just type it out and then I can help you. You know what I'm saying? 2.5. Oh, great. Well, are you a member of my VIP group? If not, WhatsApp me, please. Just a second, and I'll upload you to it. Trading support.
Hello.
Mariam.
Wasuze otya?
Bano wano banyonyola ensonga z'ettizalko.
Marion,
Yes,
please,
ma'am.
can you mute? Marion, you mute?
Bantu ki?
Marion Ajuna,
Abantu
please
bavuga
mute.
municipality.
Okay.
Babadde nti baagala kubalifayingo.
I had to mute everyone. So you want to chat, remind me you can. Good. I don't know if you're a member. If you are a member, just WhatsApp me. Don't remember forever. But if you're not, just WhatsApp me. Just say it's Lutando and shorter pronounced probably. And your real account number would help as well. It's a 2000, whatever it is, 200567, whatever it is. That helped me just quickly check and upload you and take this to there. Okay, now for 2.5 grand, the maximum you should be risking is between 200 and 250. That's a high percentage, but because of limited funds, it's not like you got 100 grand in there, then you can reduce percentage. So between 200 and 250. So if the risk, let's say on the GBP CA, let's make it EUR CHF is 130 rand, you can only go for 0.01. If you go for 0.02, you're overexposed. But never mind, you have free margin to go for the GBP CAD, and you have free margin to go for the gold, the Brent, or whatever. Do you understand? So make sure, even if I say you can risk 200 bucks or whatever I just said there, 2 to 250, you've just got to make sure if you're taking 3 trades, even if the next one is you can afford the risk involved on a micro, if you've only got a couple of hundred free margin, don't do it. You must maintain free margin, or otherwise, if the free margin disappears, you will be margin called, and that trade will be closed. You've got to have free margin. The margin level to watch out is 80%. Play safe. Keep your margin level above 100% figure. Bottom line is, if you say I've got 400 rand left, another trade idea comes up, you really haven't got enough free margin, leave it. You need free margin. Otherwise, your open trades might be doing well, and they move up and down, and then you haven't got margin, close, and it goes in the right direction, you're not on board. And then we've got to pick up the hassle because these guys are not getting it, which is irritating me, actually, to be honest, where they say, no, you're a bunch of liars and scams, you close mind, and we'll give you the right to close mind, blah, blah. And they say you're margin call. What's that? No, what it means is you've gone shopping without enough money to buy the goods. It's as simple as that. So make sure you keep enough margin. Please, I beg of you. Otherwise, you will be margin call. And it's the biggest one that's closed, and you're going to get fed up because, hang on, why am I margin call? The trade turns out like the NZDC deal, one or two of them. NZD-USD goes up a bit, margin call, then it comes flying in your direction, you're not on board. Just bear that in mind. But yeah, there's Lutando, just WhatsApp me when you can. And I'll upload you. Have you done it already? Okay, Marion, good stuff. Do you like that? Well, it's true. You know, I'm going house hunting in Morningside in Joburg tomorrow, by the way, and I've got a budget at 600,000 to buy a house. Do you think I'm wasting my time? What do you reckon? Okay. What is Brent doing? Is anything happening? You might have. Oh, hang on. Still coming off. Ooh, bloody hell. See what you mean. See what you're talking about. Well, it's right down on support levels there. I'm still quite with the trade, actually. I mean that. Your stop loss is right down there. There's a lot of support there. I think it's a good time to get in. In fact, I like it so much. I like myself. what is the, just got to work it out quickly. I'm doing my head for a bit more time. I'm trying to do two things at once. What's the stop loss? Or it's slightly different, make it around 60. At TP, make it 76.80, is it there? Just make sure it's a short or a long, or the buggers the figures up. Common sense, but sometimes forget it. Eh? 76.8 is enough for me because otherwise I can't. I've got like 20 trades go. It's too much. Perfect. 40 bucks a micro, 0.5. 50 micro. That's right. 0.5. Where is it now, again? There. So that's just gone below. Here's another, guys. If you missed the trade, if it's picked by limited, that's fine. Can't pick bottoms or tops. However, if you didn't make it and you have enough free marks, like I mentioned, and you want to take it, you're getting a better price. So if you get in at 72.20 and it's 71.80, clearly it's a better price. So clearly you want to go for it. Okay. Hope we're all good with that. It's a NAS. Just give me a minute. Okay, sent out. So that's been sent out. I think the reason the GBP wasn't because I think they were ship and sell on that. Okay, that's fine. Good. Where were we? Okay, do you want to do a quick recap? What's the time? I've got a few minutes to go. Any questions? That comes first. Anything you want to look at? That comes first. In the meantime, I'll do a quick recap. A lot of the trades people maybe not in, but if they still are and they want to have a look at it, should I hold, modify stop loss, what to? No problem, of course I will. We'll leave the AUD/CHF. I think most guys can always ask me on that. The more recent ones we're going to do, actually 26 is recent. So AUD/CHF, 59.78. Yeah, modify your stop to break even. That was out. GBP USD, AUD NZD, still doing okay. Modify your stop to break even. AUD NZD, it's doing nicely. What else? GBP USD, that was in at 2722. On one. That's not so pretty. It's come off a bit, but it's only about 10 pips. Not a panic on that. It's been up and down all bloody day. Had JPY and the trading room guys did that. It's doing okay. It's a nice little profit on that one, the high risk one. And NZD USD. What was the end? NZD CHF. That's going nicely. It's about 100 pips in profit, just over 100 pips in profit. If you're in that one, please modify your stop loss, protect yourself, maybe 30 pips above market, okay? Make sure you've done that. You want to make a profit, whatever happens. Don't leave your stop in a loss. Yeah, the first 5 minutes doesn't mean anything. Sorry for it, sir. I don't, 5 minutes is too short. Don't tell you anything. My opinion, anyway. NZD USD, that was along yesterday. Was it? No, the day before. Didn't have anything out yesterday. Quiet day yesterday. Sell, sorry, at 61.55. Clearly, that's some 50, 70 pip profit. So you want to modify again, make sure you've modified your stop loss, you're protected. The Euro CHF was one this morning. Is that coming to the party? It wasn't looking pretty earlier on. Trying to hold at 98. Let's keep us fingers crossed about 14 pips in the negative. Not a screaming amount. Give the trade a chance to let it run. GBP CAD only for us guys in there because I can send it up for whatever reason. GBP CAD. This was a sell at 68.20. That's a few pips in profit. That's fine. Brent, what's happening on Brent? It's still falling. That's starting to rise up again. Good stuff. The NAS we got in at, we just got in just a moment ago. But quite a quick one, this one. Starting to look okay so far, but we'll bounce around. Oh, gold, that's the other one. Let's give me some jip. Still think 19, panic not. I think 1900 is going to hold. I hope I'm right anyway. I hope it's not going to get to 1890 clearly. I hope it's going to hold, and then we get some movement up. We shall see. But I'm in it, so I'm sharing your pain if it's down as well. Okay, that's covered that little lot. Anything else you want to ask? We all know how to cut the position. I've just shown you there. You've all got my number, as long as you've got some Tom in your account. I can't help you've got no money clearly. And you've got my WhatsApp number. You've got the DXY. You've got the economic calendar. You've saved your charts. Those are the bits and pieces. You've all got these moving averages. That's the 200. Simple. Don't worry about the gold one. What about that later stage? Okay, don't confuse guys. Got the brown one. That's 200. The black one's 100. This is 50. All simple. 50-day moving or 50 moving average. And the magenta one's 10. Don't forget, load them on there, and they act as filters, area support, resistance, and you can see the trend. The trend on this one is up on gold, as you can see, or a bit shorter terms off a bit, but it's pulling back, I think, some movement. What's the dollar doing? Remember, it inversely moves to the dollar. So the dollar goes up, this goes down, and vice versa. And the dollar at the moment is has come. It's pretty good. Oh, brilliant. Just a second, sorry. Okay. Guys, just sent me a voice message. Just remember, it's one of the trading was completed. So if you voice message me, I'm in the trading room. Don't be upset if I don't reply till after 11 o'clock. Okay. Right. So gold's down a bit. Most of the others seem to be okay. So yeah, not too bad. We haven't had a bad week. So, and the previous week was pretty good as well. I've had some nice WhatsApp from guys saying, is there any VIP one? He's on the VIP. Look at your, I don't know, look at your WhatsApp, mate. Yeah, so got some WhatsApp from guys saying they're not doing too bad the last couple of weeks, which is good. That's what we want to hear. Okay, I still see that we even talk by the admitting in America, maybe by the end of the year or so, or soon anyway, they're going into recession. For political purposes, they're holding back on that, and then we should see some more pullbacks. Then we can look at some shares. Okay, I think some Microsoft and things like that are a bit overbought, so we might get some back on that. So we can look at share CFDs as well. If you don't know about CFDs, go to the class and find out. It's different to Forex and commodities and indices. different calculator, different opening and closing times. Don't jump into CFD if you don't know the difference between share and forex. Got to learn that. Try not to apply for a job or try to drive a car or do anything if you don't have basic knowledge. I hope you the rest. We need the basics, which you can pick up as you go along in the training. Okay, so so far so good. Sandy, did you, if you're a bit shy, you can WhatsApp me privately, but I just want to know, did you guys get value today? Especially the newer ones. Hope the older guys sharpening up their stuff and learning as well, but newer guys hope got value and hope you're seeing that, hopefully start to see a little bit of light and realize clearly there's a little bit to be learned. Not a question, just buying the product, getting a signal, bung the money in and going to the beach. It's a bit more to it. Any comments, any questions? Try and speak a bit slow tonight, but it's difficult to change and I forget. Just remember, you've got my WhatsApp number, Latunda. If you're already on my WhatsApp group, that's fine. But if not, just send me a WhatsApp and I'll upload you and send my details, okay? And then you can WhatsApp me directly on trade support, trade ideas, advice or whatever. And faffing around on live chat, come direct to me. But that's the guy's got a couple of bucks. I can't help you on 300, 400 rand. I've seen guys putting 5 or 10 rand. I'm serious. All right, we might have a laugh at their expense, but I just wonder where the head's coming from.
Incoming mail.
Okay. If you have a phone, you have to go to the MT5 mailbox and then check it out there. I'm not sure you're going to post the stuff on there because really a phone is just a backup. You can't do strategy anymore. Remember, if you're buying a course to get knowledge and just going to blindly follow a signal, what's the point of getting the knowledge? You know what I'm saying? And you've got to know why. You know, if you don't understand why, you can't interpret the signals, modify, and do correctly. A lot of guys are losing out on them. Signal where another guy won on that signal because they understand how to modify and do those things correctly. Which you learn here in the training. And don't forget pen and paper or whatever, jot down just in case you miss something so I can explain. And if I go too quick, you know what I'm all about. Surely one of the guys here will assist you. They know a lot of guys know this stuff here. Please make sure you keep enough free margin. Keep your margin level above 100. 80%, you're going to get the biggest trade you've got will be closed. The only one will be closed. So try to be safe, keep it over 100. And remember, if you're getting worried, you don't have to close the entire position. You can cut it, like I've showed you. If you want to hang on to the trade. And try not to hold on to losses, modify your stop loss away from entry. All your calculations are going up to maggots now. And going out the window and then modifying it. Then you're holding on to your losses, increasing your losses, and then when you get to a profit, you take it too quick. That's quite normal. I've done it myself, not so much now, but in the past, you all do it. That means you're going to take, there's no point in doing a position size calculator. It says 1.8 risk reward is every time you're in 20 pips profit, then you're risking 100 to make 20. That's not good business. Which psychology does have an effect. It's easier said than done. I'm totally empathetic. I know I've been there. As long as you understand the concept. I see what you mean, Peter. You mean reversing back up. Good, yeah. That'll tell you a hell of a lot. Don't get too cute in a very short time. Put on the 1 minute, it looks even nicer. Oh, look at this, is doing all right. But that's sod all, it's a 1 minute chart. Look at 15 if you like, but or even that. But that's just noise. Very short term is noise. But anyway, it might be moving up. Let's hope. That's what you mean now. Okay, sorry, Peter. Thought we sort of trying to judge on a trade of 5 minutes. I'm sorry about that. Jumped the gun a bit there. Even gold's trying to start moving. What's the dollar doing? You've all got the dollar index. Keep it there, minimize. Yeah, dollar's coming off of it, which is good for gold. That's fine. NZD USD, I thought might have a bit of a bounce. It's getting a bit worried about it. It's still doing okay at the round figure, whatever it was. No, it's breaking through. What a pleasure. Thought it might get a bit of bounce at 61. Seems to be breaking through. Anyway, modify your stop, whatever. Do not turn a winner into a loser. If you do that, I'll sentence you to 3 hours of headphones on. You can't switch off. Listening to me sing. That is not an experience you want to really have. Trust me. I think most of them are. And the ones that are slightly in the red, give it a chance. Is it your RCHF? You can start the move. It's trying to give it a due. It's trying to, over the shorter term, to get better view of it. It's trying to head. So maybe it'll come right. Give it a chance, guys. Don't panic, you see a bit of red. And don't grab the blue when you see it. That's been quite a good session today. I enjoyed it. Nice to have decent trades out. If nothing's happening or not so good trades, but more the point is usually when it's nothing's happening, probably pick up my body language. I've got a Lambo and I'm stuck in a traffic jam. Doesn't put me in a good mood. Great stuff. We're just about to wrap up now. It's only just over a minute to go anyway. Any question before we close up? Are you good, Obed? Are you good? Anybody else I've missed? Hang on. I missed anyone. Abdul's still there. Abdul, you good? Martin, you good? Cecil, Brian, you all good? Mundler? Good. So you're making some progress then now, Pietro, because I know you've been trained before with some, shall we say, questionable experience on it. You feel you start to see some light at the end of the tunnel. Good. You're good. Fantastic. Great, Martin. Don't forget to update me when you're going to do the deposit you mentioned, and then we can take it from there. Okay. Pleasure. Cecil, you're important. You are important. Keep in touch if you're not sure. I'm not allowed, and I won't anyway discuss your finances, but it's okay. So yeah, you're important. It's a business, this, you know. A guy's got 100 grand in who's got 1,000 grand in. Clearly, one's got 100 times the amount. It's clearly profitable for me to spend more time with that person if they require it. Makes sense there. And if you've got 1 million in, can you borrow me some money, please? I'm only joking. Okay, guys. Right, it looks like it's the bewitching hour. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Hope the trades come right, and see you tomorrow morning. Good stuff. And don't forget, Rome was not built in a day. See how we go. Thank you. Cheers, guys, and catch you tomorrow. Happy trading, as they say.